Putnam County has this claim to world culture, and something worth knowing. If you go up to Philadelphia, in the Historical Society of Pennsylvania, you'll find 3 boxes. And in each box is one of the original manuscripts, bound in red. Beautiful, beautiful books in Bartram's own hands. And when you look at the first version of Travels, it starts just about here with this hymn to morning. Ye vigilant and faithful servants of the Most High, ye who worship the Creator morning, noon, and eve, in simplicity of heart, I haste to join the universal anthem. That's how the original book begins. Really cool. And Bartram's Travels is, I think, the first literary masterpiece of the United States. It's a work of botany, it's a work of art, it's a work of travel, but it also is a great book. And that great book starts right here. Very proud to be here and talking about it. Yeah, and it's an incredibly difficult book in some ways because it telescopes several journeys up and down the St. John's River. You have the tour with John and his father John in 1765, 66, 1774. You have multiple journeys up the St. John's. And he did what travel writers do. He condensed it all into one coherent narrative. Went all the way up to Blue Springs, went to Salt Springs. His description of Salt Springs comes out right here on the edge of the lake. Inspired Samuel Taylor Coleridge. And of course, in some ways, he wrote his poem Kubla Khan, which he says in Kubla Khan was induced by an opium dream. But we also know that it was inspired by Putnam County. Now, if you were to take some opium or come here to Putnam County, you can experience the poem. I just happen to have it right here. I'll just read you a little bit. Huge fragments vaulted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grain beneath the flesher's thrail. And mid these dancing rocks, and once and ever, it flung up momently the sacred river. 5 miles, it was actually 6, 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion, through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns, measureless to man. Coming right out of this spring are the caverns, measureless to man. So if you want to get to Samuel Coleridge, here it is. I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. And it's a very difficult book. It's been called by one scholar the most complicated verbal artifact of the American Revolution. I think that's on. It has an incredibly complicated history. Bartram, it condenses several tours, tour in 1765 and then 2 tours in 1774. He wrote the book in the 1780s, written much more as a spiritual autobiography, and then spliced in the scientific material, and then it got edited down one more time. So it's not an easy read. There's a crab right there. The shadow they're casting, isn't that cool?